What's good, all my trader and investor homies? It's your boy Kevin. This is Touchdown Trades. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the top 3 most undervalued stocks to buy right now. I'm still out of the Touchdown Trades trading bunker and studio here in North Carolina at my family's farm, doing some work, going to some basketball games. But there are some serious undervalued stocks out there right now, and stimulus checks are hitting people's bank accounts. Why is that important? Because once these stimulus checks go out and everybody has expendable money in their account, they're going to be investing that money in the stock market. It is rumored that half of every dollar that goes out on these stimulus checks is going to be reinvested in the stock market. Once these investors and traders start flooding the market with money, these stocks, these undervalued stocks, probably won't be undervalued anymore. When this money comes into the market, these stocks are going to skyrocket and go to the moon. So we want to be in these stocks before stimulus checks start hitting people's bank accounts. We want to be sitting there waiting for that money to come in and for that upside to take place. So let's break down these 3 undervalued stocks. Before we get started, do me a huge favor, hit that like button for me. Destroy that like button. The like button is not our friend. If you want to get some free money, everybody loves free money. Click the link in the description for Webull. That's my broker that I use every day. They've partnered with the channel and they're giving you guys 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850. All right, so stock number 1. The most undervalued stock in the entire stock market, in my opinion, is ticker symbol FRX. This is Forest Road Acquisition, a SPAC that is merging with Beachbody. Beachbody is a Peloton competitor. We have all seen the massive move that Peloton stock put in during the quarantines. As people couldn't go to the gym, Peloton experienced massive growth. However, the upside in Peloton stock, in my opinion, has made it extremely overvalued. But Forest Road Acquisition and Beachbody stock are much cheaper than Peloton. And I think long term, Beachbody will outgrow Peloton. Let's talk about why. So the merger between FRX and Beachbody is valued at about $3 billion. $3 billion for this company's future growth is really cheap. The new ticker symbol will be BODY, B-O-D-Y, and it'll be traded on the New York Stock Exchange. So if you're not familiar with the business model here, Beachbody is basically workout videos, right? You have on-demand workout videos so you can watch it from an iPhone, a tablet, a TV. While you're working out, you have an instructor telling you how to work out, walking you through the steps of the workout. So the platform has 1,500 workouts to choose from, and they also have nutrition products that they're selling. So they have a subscription service where you can buy their protein shakes, their workout supplements, pre-made meals if you're on a diet. This is also going to be huge revenue growth for Beachbody. They also sell a bike similar to Peloton's, but you don't need the bike in order to do most of the workouts. So Peloton, if you want to use Peloton, you're probably going to have to buy the bike, but with Beachbody, you can do it with just the subscription service. That is a huge upside, in my opinion, compared to its competitors. This sector, this at-home fitness sector, is growing exponentially. It's headed to the moon. The online fitness market is expected to grow from $6 billion in 2019 to $59 billion in 2027. A rising tide lifts all boats. Peloton, Beachbody, they're both going to grow in the next few years, but Beachbody is extremely undervalued at today's prices, especially compared to Peloton. And they're not reliant on the one business model. They have several sources of revenue. We have the nutrition supplements that they sell. We have the workouts that they sell, including this exercise bike, and then we have OpenFit. So this is also reoccurring revenue, and reoccurring revenue is king. You guys know I love that reoccurring revenue. You get that money every single month flowing in, and it starts to snowball. As of today, they have 2.6 million digital subscribers. Huge numbers there with an 89% margin. Those margins are stupid high. 89% gross margin. That is massive. 2021 expected revenue is around $1 billion. Remember, we're only trading at a market cap of a little under $3 billion right now. By 2025, they expect $3.2 billion in revenue. That would give us a less than 1 price to sale ratio. That would be way too cheap. The amount of growth this company is expecting compared to its price is ridiculous. In my opinion, this stock should be trading about 3 times higher than it is right now. That is 300% upside. Stupid growth. Right now, Peloton has a market cap of $30 billion. Beachbody has a market cap of less than $3 billion. So we're trading at a 10x discount versus its top competitor, and Beachbody's growth is straight to the moon, while I see Peloton's growth slowing down a bit in the coming years. Right now, FRX is trading at $11.71 per share. Way too cheap in my opinion. I think we hold these recent lows down here at around $10 per share, and I'm putting a near-term price target of $20 per share on this Beachbody stock. It will be merging with this FRX in the coming months, and the ticker will change to BODY body. This company is way undervalued. We bought this FRX this week in the private Discord chat at about $11.50 right here. If you want to come trade with us in the private Discord chat, click the first link in the description and join the Patreon. You get my buy and sell orders in real time. We've been crushing it, making bank. Come trade with us. The second most undervalued stock in the entire market right now is ticker symbol HOL. This is Holicity. Holicity is merging with Astra. This is a rocket company that sends satellites to space. Literally rocket science we're talking about here. So Astra is delivering these satellites to space, and the amount of satellites going up in the next coming years is going to the moon, no pun intended. So as more satellites go into space, the demand for a company like Astra is going to go through the roof. We're trading at a steep discount here. We're trading at $14 per share, when just a couple months ago we were trading up here around $23 per share. So we're getting a 40+% discount off of the recent highs. Way too cheap. The deal is going to be worth about $2 billion. Way too cheap in my opinion. If we look at this graph here, we can see that the amount of satellites launched from 2010 to 2020 was basically nothing, around 4,000 satellites. But from 2021 to 2029, the growth in the amount of satellites being launched is huge. 40,000 cumulative satellites are going to be launched from 2021 to 2029. That is huge demand, and a company like Astra is going to see huge revenue growth in those years. Look at this revenue growth. In 2022, we're expected to see 1,000+% revenue growth, and then it's 100+% in the next few years, 280% in 2023, 205% in 2024. Huge growth. As space becomes more accessible, companies like Astra are going to become more profitable. The amount of satellites going up are going to continue to increase year over year. Astra is continuing to build these launch pads all around the world. They have developed 10 sites where they want to build these launch pads where their rockets will be sending the satellites to space. And these satellites are getting smaller and smaller. Years ago, these satellites were absolutely huge, and it was hard to get them into space and get them to where they need to go. But now these satellites are becoming smaller. It's becoming easier and a lot more profitable. Right now, we are trading down here at $14 per share. I'm putting a near-term price target of $20 per share. I think as money flows back into the market, as stimulus checks come out, people are going to be looking for undervalued stocks, and this Holicity sticks out like a sore thumb. too cheap at these prices. The final stock I want to break down is Apple. I think Apple is way too cheap. And I know what you're thinking, Kevin. How can Apple be way too cheap? What are you smoking? What in the world are you thinking, dude? And hear me out for a second. Look at a company like Tesla, right? Tesla has its flagship business model of a common consumer car manufacturer, but that's not why Tesla is so expensive. Tesla is expensive because of its future growth prospects. Solar, autonomous driving, robo-taxis, that's why Tesla is trading at such a high valuation. But Apple, investors are thinking as Apple as only the device manufacturer. The computers, the laptops, the tablets, the phones. But that's not why I think Apple is too cheap. Apple is getting into these emerging markets as well. They're getting into EV. They're going to come out with the Apple car. But that is also not why I'm excited about Apple stock. I'm excited about the robo-taxi potential with their Apple car. Robo-taxi, autonomous driving. They're also getting into solar. Let's break it down. So the Apple car is going to have solar panels on its roof. So it's going to be an EV car. The solar panels on the roof are then going to in turn send the energy back to the battery, and it's going to help extend the range of the car. There are also rumors out there that Apple is going to use their solar tech in other devices as well. Maybe the iPhone, maybe the laptops or the iPad. So this is huge news. And I think they may also be getting into residential solar down the road. And if that's the case, it's game over, folks. Game over if Apple gets into solar. I expect this car to be in high demand, not only with common consumer customers, but also fleets that are going to be using it for robo-taxis and autonomous driving. How about if Apple starts an Uber-like business model for their car and they won't need drivers because their car is going to be autonomous? So Uber loses tons of money because they have to pay the drivers. But if Apple comes out with a ride service and they don't have to pay any drivers, it's going to the moon. If we take a look at the Apple chart here, we're trading at a discount from the recent highs that were approaching 150. Now we're trading down around 120. We're coming into the 200 EMA where big hedge funds and institutions like to buy in front of. They like to buy in front of that 200 EMA, the gray line here on the chart. I think it is a steal at 120 a share. I think Apple will experience several more stock splits down the road. So if you bought one share today, when you're passing this on to your kids 30, 40 years from now, I think that one share will be worth $1,000+ and it will have split several times. So you'll maybe have 10 shares valued at $1,000 per share. This autonomous driving tech, this robo-taxi tech, plus the solar is very, very big for Apple. We got a bonus pick here. We got Bitcoin. I know it's not a stock, but it broke 60,000 per Bitcoin today. And I think it's still too cheap based on long-term potential. Sure, we could see a pullback, and I fully expect to see some pullbacks along the way. But as big companies like Tesla, Square, they start buying Bitcoin, that is going to make it less volatile because you're not going to have those whales that can dump their Bitcoin and create volatility in the Bitcoin market. And as Bitcoin becomes harder and harder to mine and more institutions and hedge funds, big corporations start to buy Bitcoin, I think we're going to see the price skyrocket, and I fully expect Bitcoin to be worth 100,000 plus in the coming years. So I think Bitcoin is something that we all need to take a look at, and I probably should be more exposed to Bitcoin. Right now, I have 1% of my portfolio in Bitcoin. In the coming months, I want to get that up to 3 or 4% of my portfolio in Bitcoin. All right, guys, that is going to wrap up the video. If you got something of value from it, do me a favor, hit the like button. If you're new, subscribe. If you want to come trade with me and get my buy and sell alerts in real time, check out the link in the description to the private Discord chat. If you want 2 free stocks, check out the link for Webull. I love you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Until next time, peace.